Hello, Sandra Embleton here. I just made this video. Oh, and the energy coming off that video, I was breathless. It was just so, oh, so much energy coming through me for that video. I was just filled with it. I was shaky. I turned off the camera. I was like, oh, there's so much energy coming through. So I'm just shaking, and I'm still reverberating from it. And I'm standing there going, "Oh, I hope it was okay. Did it make sense? I'll have to rewatch. I'll have to watch it again. I know. Did I do a good job, God? Yeah, you did a good job and everything." And then I hear pick a little remembrance. Like I've got this bag of well, they're like little pewter messages that come, like believe and faith and make waves and all that stuff. And whenever someone signs the book, I say, please, pick one of these as a token, a memento for you to keep with you always, to anchor this honor when you sign the book. It's an honor because God's honoring you as a light being and one of those souls that has been sent to us to lift the vibrational frequency of the planet. And you'll awaken to it. You'll awaken to it. It'll move in you. So anyway, I'm going pick a thing, and I hear it right away and go, oh, I'll pick one. Yeah, one for me. And of course, I reach in and I pick out a shell, and I say, what's the message? And of course, it says trust. Trust what you're doing. Trust what is happening. Trust and believe in yourself. I remember one of my favorite movies is The Replacements with Gene Hackman and Keanu Reeves. Great movie, great football movie. My whole family loves it. It's just one of the most heartwarming films. And I remember when they're all trying to bond together as a team. They talk about, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What's your greatest fear? And for most of them at the end, when they got past all the other stuff, it was, I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid that the effort I'm making here and the chance I'm taking will result in failure. That's my greatest fear. And once they shared their fear and they got it out in the open, then they could let it go. So as I'm sitting here, and if I want to be transparent and choose to be transparent, I would say my greatest fear. What is my greatest fear? I think it's to do all this work and to have all this amazing stuff happen in my life and not be heard, not be believed. Would that be my greatest fear, that I'm not believed? And having that as a fear, is that worthy to put energy into? Because the truth is, I have no control over what people choose to believe and what they don't believe. And I'm not here saying, believe me, I'm right, everyone's wrong, you should listen to everything that I say. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm having the courage to share my journey, my truth, my reality. And I believe why it's happening to me is because God has placed that courage in me and that transparency, so that when something miraculous does happen, I'm going to tell people about it. I'm going to share it. So when you put yourself out there and you share this, God gives you more. Uh-oh, ding, stay tuned. But it's the excitement of the journey. It's the excitement of life. Because I have no guarantee what will happen. You go into the fear that's a low frequency, and fear says, oh no, people think less of you. People will come after you. Um, People will threaten you, and you think, well, that's enough to stop me. That's enough to stop me. I want to protect my family. I want to protect my life. I want to protect everything I have. So I'll keep silent. I won't say anything because I'm in the fear that negative things will happen. And when I go into that fear and I listen to that fear, and it stops me from taking a chance, it stops me from speaking my truth and putting myself out there. What I'm saying then is, yeah, fear wins. Fear wins. It's managed to shut me up, to keep me down. And when I move out of the fear and I move into love, what does love say? What does love say? When somebody has the courage to speak a truth that could help the world, that could benefit people, that could bring in a new thought, that saying, I'm going to speak what comes through to me because I'm trusting that what's coming through to me is going to help others. So because I love my fellow man, because I want to help my people lift their frequency and make choices coming from love rather than fear, then you have to set the example. You have to say, okay, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to lead. I'm going to say, all right, I've had this amazing stuff happen, and I'm going to share it because I'm hoping if other people have amazing spiritual adventures and journey, they're going to be brave enough and they're going to say, you know what? I saw your video and I thought, wow, what courage it takes to speak a truth, to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, to be transparent. And you hear all these positive things. This is the way to be. This is what to do. Don't hold back. Trust in yourself. Trust in God. Trust in your journey, and share your journey. And then making that decision to, all right, I'm going to believe all these things I hear. I'm going to take all that positive stuff that comes at me, and I'm going to act on that. I'm going to choose to move out of my fear, and I'm going to choose to come forward and speak from love. Probably why I was guided to wear the pink shirt today. It's like, no, you're wearing your pink shirt. And I'm going, oh, but it doesn't match the chair, blah, blah, blah. It's like physical stuff, material, get rid of it, get rid of it. Why are you choosing to wear pink today? I'm coming from love. I'm coming from my love for God. My love for God is what guides my life. It's what I say, okay, God, you've been pretty good to me so far, so I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust what you're guiding me to do has a benefit, because my intention is to help. My intention is to be obedient, and my intention is to help others. So that's a good intention to come from. And I'm secure in that in my heart. That this isn't about my ego. This isn't about, oh, look at me and buy my books and I want to sell you this. No, that's not what this is about. This is about, there's miracles happening. God's got us in a time when people are in the fear. People are in a low frequency. So being transparent, coming forward and speaking your truth and having that courage is to inspire, is to say, well, if I can do it, so can you. If I'm going to put myself out there, you can too, because you're not alone. So it's enough, if I'm sitting here and telling you you should do it, then I set the best example by saying, I'll do it. I'll go first. I'll do it. I'll speak a truth, even though there's all this fear coming at me and this could happen and this could happen. But the truth of the matter is, I'm going to trust that good things will happen. Good things will happen from this. People will come. People will hear this. People will be enlightened. People will be made more aware. And people will say, wow, that's a pretty strong miracle that's going on there. I've had people that I've told this to, and they're in awe of my passion and my desire and my belief, my unmitigated belief that what is happening is so wonderful, it's so amazing, that it's worth everything to share it. And I guess I'm wanting to speak that truth. I'm wanting to share that truth, because maybe this is coming at a time in your life when you're watching this video and you have something to say. You have something that you know, and it could be a truth you know about the business practices of where you're working. It could be the truth you know about an individual. It could be about the truth you know that you're meant to do, and you've been pulling back and you've been playing small and you've been saying, but I'm afraid if I do this, I'll lose my job. I'm afraid if I do this, my friend won't talk to me anymore. I'm afraid if I do this, my relationship will end. And so when you move out of that fear and you move into the trust that you'll be guided to the right time, to the right place, at the right moment. And when you have that faith, when you have that trust in God, that He's guiding you, go forward. And the hard part is, don't look for results. Just speak your truth and let Him handle the rest. Him, her, handle the rest. Because what you do is important. Everything you do is of importance. And when I am reminded of that, when I hear that, it helps me to move out of myself, move out of my ego, move out of, oh, I'm going to make it all about me and how it affects me and how it changes me in my life. You move out of that smallness into the oneness of, I'll be the voice. I'm the voice. I'm our voice. I'm in the sea of oneness with all of us. And the message is that everything's okay. Everything is good. Be true to yourself. Speak your truth. Share your wisdom. Share your journey. Let's hear the good. Let's hear the God. Let's hear so much of the good coming forward from so many people, because that rekindles our love for one another. And make no mistake, our greatest gift is our compassion. Our greatest gift is our compassion that naturally flows from us for our fellow man. And when we step out of the fear of one another, we move into being loving and kind to one another and acting out of compassion for one another, rather than let fear stop us. When we move into that compassion, then we move into our higher selves, the best we can be as human beings. So a challenge might come up for you in the near future where it'll happen so fast, something will happen in front of you and there'll be an incident. Try to take in a breath when it's happening, be aware it's happening, and move into your highest self and say, how am I to proceed? God be my guide in this. Let my higher self guide me to moving through this situation and making a decision out of love, not out of fear. And trust. Trust God's got us. And trust that there's a plan. And if He's moving you, say yes. And wait for the miracles, because they're going to happen.